Yeah, ReZero is a crazy experience. That's why I describe it. It's a one-way ticket to 3 o'clock to Cuckoo Town. I love it and hate it all at the same time. The high moments are phenomenal. Those victories have me screaming while holding my phone and wanting more. The low points hit hard like your ex telling you they never loved you, they were just bored, but they still want to date you. I can't get enough of the lore, theories, fan art, all the stuff surrounding the franchise. Literally every morning, you're gonna see me on Subreddit looking at the fan art and see what topics we want to talk about. Initially, I wanted to make this video right after I finished Season 2, Core 1, but I wanted to get caught up on everything first and then make this video. I'm not gonna try to spoil too much, but I will say this. As a local Amelia hater, she does get better. Still don't like her, but she's getting more and more like a main heroine in terms of personality and her skill sets. I still prefer Rem. I've been Rem since day one. That's my army. I will die on that hill. I love her storyline and she feels relatable. We all have that one person we loved and we matter to them, but they just can't make us their main love interest. They love us, but not enough to date us. Now, we all know in the world of ReZero, it's possible to have multiple wives. So, if Rem becomes wife number 2, yeah, bro, we in there like swimwear. And obviously, do anything to be their support, their guiding light. And really think about it, Rem did change Subaru. So y'all saying, oh, she asleep, she didn't matter. That's a lie. She impacted Subaru. She changed him, made him want to be an actual hero. So we can't act like she didn't do nothing in the story. You can like Ram, Amelia, whoever, but just know, Ram puts in work, cousin. Stop sleeping on her. But anyways, now if you want to know, why do I hate the main heroine Amelia? It all boils down to Amelia's just a snowflake, pure and innocent. Yes, she matters to the story, to Subaru and the plot, and she's directly tied to the witch cultist, but I don't care about her, bro. I'm more interested in why she looks like the Witch of Envy and why the witch cult want her in the first place. Yeah, I know Betelgeuse was saying, hey yo, listen, she's gonna be her vessel. But I mean, why does she look just like her? I can understand if they look similar. She looks just like her. So are they family? Like, is that her mama, her cousin, her auntie? What the hell is the case? Are they like twins? Are they like cousins, long lost sisters? I need some answer. Now with the clone thing, it would work as if Amelia's basically Satella without all her traits, like a clean slate. And there's a lot of theories saying that's probably the case. Because the way it worked out would make sense. So it's like, yeah, they cloned Satella before she became evil, whatever. Release a clone to the world and see if it would be a different person. And it would line up with Echidna because Echidna wants to know everything in the world. So it would make sense, but then how did that make sense? Satella's not dead. So why make a clone of her? She didn't die. And you know the clone would have backlash for looking like her. So was that really the best idea? But anyways, eventually gets that answer. One of these arcs. Maybe arc 9, maybe 11. We'll see. We'll see. Now recently I got caught with the light novels. And here's a funny story. When ReZero, the anime, first dropped, I watched like 10 minutes of the first episode, got bored, never came back to the joint. I remember everybody at mom had a video saying, hey yo, ReZero, it's a masterpiece. You gotta watch it, you gotta read it. It's gonna be amazing. You have to get into it. And I was sitting here like, these videos are interesting. They're making up a lot of interesting talking points. They're saying Turned by Death, Subaru, you know, how it's related to constellations, because you have Betelgeuse, you have Capella, you have Regulus. Like, come on now. It was just very interesting. But I didn't know enough about the characters and story to actually get deep into the theories. So what I had to do, pick the bad boy up. And here we are. Now I just want to make the video right around time finish the first season or the second season. But I said it made more sense to get caught up and give y'all a complete, experience. Because I was lost of words for a long time about what do I want to say, what makes ReZero good to me, what I hate about it, what I like about it, everything in between. Now I have the words. So if you want to ask me what makes ReZero something to read, something to watch, ask a lot of good questions. And the mysteries hit differently. A great example is, okay, like return by death. What does it mean to live? What does it mean to die? Because obviously the power is cool, but you can't spam it. Who wants to die? And then with Subaru, the way it's portrayed, it's not like, okay, he dies, blank, 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 and then, okay, he comes back, wakes up like it's a refreshing dream. No, he actually dies. And the way you see him wake up every time he dies, he's like, he's in pain. And he has to remember that he just died and everything comes with it. That's why I said, damn, bro, turn by death is cool, but it's risky. You can't use it all the time. And remember, whatever happens when you die, only you remember it. To everyone else, it didn't happen yet. So that means if he, for some reason, asked out Rem, they got married and they had kids, but then he died. And then he reset back to certain points. All that stuff that happened didn't happen yet, or will never happen. So only he's going to remember it. So imagine having a set of memories that only you have. They must burn like a mug, to say the very least. I also ask good questions like, how do you overcome the weight of expectations that people place on you? How do your loved ones view you? What does it actually mean to live and thrive? How does one strive for perfection? Stuff like that. And it's interesting because no matter how cool, overpowered, or level-headed characters seem, their backs to remind you they're like everybody else. They're just trying their best to make the best of what they're given. They're trying to make the hand they have their winning hand. But you know how it is sometimes. Sometimes life gives you a really bad hand and you have to struggle for a little bit. And then eventually, you'll do better. Hopefully. Good example is Reinhardt. I love that character. But if you look at Reinhardt, despite how broken he is, he's gonna act like, yeah, bro, I run things around here. I'm Kingpin. That's not his attitude. He's more like, I'm doing my job. I stand for justice. Now you could say, so you like Reinhardt and he literally just supposed to be justice itself, but you hate Amelia. Yeah, because once again, I know why Reinhardt is the way he is. He's supposed to be broken. He's supposed to be this amazing person, but he doesn't feel like he's amazing, and he's just trying his best to do what he can. And even he has limits. With Amelia, it's like, does she ever fight back? Does she ever say people, hey, people can have similar faces. I may look like Satella, but I don't know who that is. What did she do? What's up? I mean, obviously, she knows what Satella did, but she's not Satella. I just say, I'm not Satella. I just look like her. And it called a day, but people in that world don't even want to take that. They keep attacking her, saying, oh, you the witch. Problem follows you. So if you are Satella, why using ice? Every time we see Satella, she's using yin magic, which is basically like shadows. So, ain't it kind of weird, y'all? Like, she's in different magic. Then again, they don't really care about that. Moving on. For me, a good character is someone where their ideals get challenged and they have to question the world to find their purpose. That's why I like Subaru so much, because he understands people along this world and he's trying to figure out what was the reason he got put in this world. Is it to save Satella? Is it to save Amelia? Why? Why him? And no matter what happens, he's not getting gassed up. Yeah, bro, I'm Subaru. I run things around here. I'm main character. He's more like, people think I'm amazing, but I'm not that special. I get lucky. I have to want others to be a badass. It's really cool. My favorite characters, to name a few: Reinhardt, Beatrice, Echidna, Otto, Garfield. On a good day, Garfield's amazing. Some days he's just irritating. Not even gonna lie to you. Melly, she's pretty cool too. Elsa, I hate her, bro, but she's phenomenal. Roswald, yeah, because I like about ReZero, whether an antagonist or a good guy or a side character, they always have interesting stories about why they do what they do. And then once you know their backstory, you're like, okay, I can see it. That explains why you do the stuff you do. I really like Priscilla because she's really cool. She's basically pride personified. But as time goes on, you're like, you know what? She's prideful, but she's not a bad person. She just believes that, hey, stuff gonna go her way, and she knows stuff will go her way, so she does what she want to do. How can you hate on someone for being like that? And then Al's also pretty cool, but can we see his face? Like, what's he hiding? Why do you like someone like Priscilla? Because to me, it doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. Because once again, I guess some characters ReZero is supposed to represent sin. So if we had to find the archbishop of pride, someone like Priscilla would make sense because she's literally prideful. But then why is Al around her? Because Al to me seems like he's like melancholy. You know, he's always sad, always saying the worst case scenario. He's not really happy in life, looks like. So I can see him being, you know, the sin archbishop for melancholy. But I don't think there is one, or one for Flangor either, so can't really see that there. And I find interesting about Al, it would actually fit for him to be with Priscilla because he's basically humility and then she's pride. They balance each other out. So that's how I could see that working out. So I want to talk about these characters so much. That's how much fun ReZero is. The theories are fun because once again, you can always say ReZero is about, the sins and the connections to the stars. So for example, the unseen hands, Big Dipper, it all kind of adds up. Regulus, Lion's Heart, or Small King. It just works, bro. It just works. That's what I'm saying. I really like the idea of how ReZero is using the constellations and a lot of these characters. If you think about it, their name and the way they act, it kind of correlates to some extent. Or there's like themes to the names. We have German sounding names. We have Japanese sounding names. It's interesting stuff. And I like how once you figure out, someone's authority or someone's divine protection, how it always plays well with their character. That's what I love about ReZero so much. It's like the deeper you go into it, the more you see that there's possible connections and then deviations and all that good stuff. And that's the sign of a good story. It gets you involved in the world and you just want more. And you just never want to stop. Because I've seen most ReZero theories, but there's still a lot more to come. And I really feel like Arc 7 is probably going to be one of the best arcs. Hopefully Arc 9 is also a banger because, as we all know, ReZero has a total of 11 arcs. And when 11 arcs happen, then it's done. And I could see it ending in several ways, but I think it can end in two possible ways. In one way, it's going to be basically Subaru is going to make the ultimate sacrifice so Amelia can become king. And then maybe he dies finally. Or maybe he gets saved to Tella, but he has to sacrifice someone in the process, which will go against, Subaru's whole thing of, I gotta save everybody. Because I do know they said in Arc 11, all the witches come back, so it's gonna be crazy. But I feel like Arc 11 is probably like 7, 8 years away. But I'm ready for the ride, and hopefully, before we know it, we'll have most ReZero animated, and we can all enjoy it together. So, all in all, ReZero is a solid B+ in my book. It's really good. The high moments are amazing. The low points, they're cringy, but it fits the tone of the story. It's a sad psychological thriller. I think about ReZero, I think about pain, suffering, redemption. I don't think about happy things. So even if there's a happy ending to ReZero, I don't know what it actually looks like. And if you haven't already, check out the What If stories, where Tepe basically tells you, alright, so if Super went down this route, here's how he would end up, and here's what could have happened. It's pretty cool stuff. We had a lot of interesting what ifs. We had gluttony, greed, pride, lust, sloth. But we didn't have an envy one, so I'm pretty sure the main root is envy, and it kind of adds up. Satella is the witch of envy, and Subaru is technically her archbishop, you could say, because he has the authority, and I'm pretty sure it's envy, because Return by Death, it's authority given by Satella, so what is authority? I have no idea, but the thing that comes to mind, I really want to say maybe she can throw her jealousy at people, because that's what Minerva was saying during the whole tea party. And it makes sense because think about it, she loves Subaru and pretty much wants to get rid of everything else he loves, so he will only love her. And I'm pretty sure Minerva was saying that if she got between Subaru and Satella, that was it. That's how her ability works. So is it remote control? Who knows? Maybe it's kind of like, if you try to step between Satella and the thing she loves, something happens to you. You're overcome with emotion, so you kind of become empty. I don't know. But we'll see in due time. What do you think Satella's actual authority is? Because sometimes she can use, I think, all of the witches' authorities. Because why she be able to use unseen hands? How does she magically always pop up wherever she needs to be? It's weird, bro. It's weird. But yeah, tell me your thoughts about ReZero. Have you read the light novel, the web novel? Which one you like better? Have you seen the anime? Have you not seen the anime? What are your thoughts on it? What would you grade it if you had to give it a grade? Favorite character, least favorite character, all that good stuff. And I really do look forward to, upcoming Arc 7, and hopefully, we can see Best Girl Priscilla put that work in, Cause I'm pretty sure Arc 7 is about Priscilla and her camp. So yeah, maybe we'll see Capella again. Who knows? Maybe. I don't even know at this point. So tell me your thoughts about ReZero, and Is there any series that's just as good as ReZero or reminds me of ReZero? Let us know in the comment section below. Do your boy a favor. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want more content. Comment your thoughts down below. Or what other anime you want me to talk about. Whether it's this upcoming season or airing right now. Or stuff on my annual list. Follow me on Twitter. Join my Discord. If you want to back me financially, I got a Patreon. Or you can check out my coffee. Either one works. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. I could really say so much more, but my career needs me.